Life would be really grey without curry, and to make a really good curry, the key ingredients are coriander, cardamom seed, cinnamon, chilli, turmeric and cumin. My granddad learnt how to make curry when he served in India during World War I, and these were some of his favourite ingredients. Firstly, there's coriander. In my subtropical garden, coriander goes to seed so quickly you need to sow it in the cool seasons, and that way they grow more slowly, they'll reach about shoulder height. In spring you can harvest loads of seed to make the spice, and along the way you can enjoy some of the leaves. Save some seed to sow again next year. Like coriander, cumin is sown in autumn. But I have an alternative. This is Vietnamese paddy herb, and despite the name, it grows all the way across Southeast Asia and into Queensland. So this is a native herb, and it has the closest aroma to cumin of any plant I've ever grown. Plus, it grows all year round, and you add it fresh to the curry just as you're about to serve it. Cardamon. Now, this is a relative of the ginger family, and I've grown it as far south as Sydney. It's fine here in Brisbane, but it's much happier in far north Queensland. It produces funny little flowers at the base, and that's where you harvest the pods. It's a lovely little plant, pretty easy to grow. I break up the seed using a mortar and pestle. Then I grind down the seeds to a fine powder. I also grow my own cinnamon. Cinnamon can grow into a large evergreen tree, but pruning can maintain it at any size. Now, you can use these leaves to make a really lovely tea, but to make the spice, what I look for are pencil-thick pieces of bark like this, and I just use a potato peeler, and you just scrape a little bit of this bark away like that. And this then goes into the oven on the lowest setting for 10 minutes. That dries it out. What you end up with looks a bit like this. And then you can blitz it and turn it into the spice. And that's how you make your cinnamon spice. In Brisbane's subtropical climate, autumn is a good time for planting chilli. And now to heat. Chilies add the heat that's necessary to every curry. This sexy little chilli is Count Dracula. Apart from being ornamental, it's quite a hot variety. I like to go for this one. This is Bishop's Crown. It's a mild to medium heat, and that's the one I like to grow because I like the warmth but not overpowering heat in my curries. You can also use the leaves of chilli to add a pepper-like spice, but you're liberated with these because this is your curry. You choose a chilli of your heat. There is a Scoville heat index for chilies, which goes from 0 for capsicum to the other extreme, 1.25 million for Carolina Reaper. That's weapons-grade chilli. So the choice is definitely yours. Turmeric is another favourite in my garden. It's easy to grow all the way down the east coast of Australia. Now, turmeric is really important for its earthy flavour. This is shop-bought, which is okay. This is homegrown. Now, if you look at it, it's a little bit coarser, but the aroma is incomparable. Now, this turmeric is an exotic species. If you want to go local, you can grow native turmeric. In my experience, there's very little difference between the two spices. The spice comes from the rhizome, which is harvested in autumn or winter. Then you wash, slice thinly, and bake them in the oven at the lowest setting until they're really dry. And like cinnamon, you blitz it into spice. This adds the Aussie authenticity, so go native. Now, if you don't have a large garden, all of these plants can be grown in containers. I'd recommend a 40-centimetre diameter plastic pot, the ideal medium for growing them in. is a mixture of equal parts of garden soil, sand and premium grade potting mix. Now this material will be water retentive and freely draining, and it has a wonderful particle mix which will suit all types of plants. In terms of feeding, well, all I use is poultry manure. That's your standard complete fertiliser, and as a top-up, a bit of a fillip, give them some seaweed solution. The one thing I can't emphasise enough is the huge difference between homegrown curry spices and shop bought. And if you are looking for the ultimate Indian curry, look no further than eggplant. Brinjal curry has to be the supreme Indian curry. And there's no prize for guessing what I'm having tonight for dinner. I'm so hungry.